Recently, the National Cohesive Committee came up with an idea that to reduce tribalism in Kenya, we have to rename all counties that have tribal names. We have about a quarter of the counties that have tribal names, and if I look at them, mostly I disagree. Maybe a county like Elgeyo Marakwet, where when it was a district, the Marakwet used to say Wakeio wanaongoza, Marakwet wanafuata. But in most cases, I don't think how it will kill tribalism. You know, we have a problem in Kenya with our parastatals and constitutional bodies in Kenya. You find that when you complain that they are not doing anything, for example, if you complain that Office of the Director of Public Prosecution is doing nothing, then you find them arresting a lot of people. When we forget, the people are released. Nole prosecute. So our parastatals are very good in this. When they are seen not to be doing anything, they come up with flashy declarations only to buy time or kill time. But let us look at the counties. I hope I remember all of them, but if I've forgotten any, please comment on the comment section. There is Turkana. Turkana has always been called Turkana. It has never had its name changed. And I remember there's a time when the Lake Turkana used to be called Lake Rudolph. But Jomo Kenyatta renamed it Lake Turkana because he wanted the lake to be associated with the local tribe. Now what they are trying to tell us, the Cohesive Committee, is that we reverse what Kenyatta did. Below them, we have, south of them there is West Pokot County. There is also a belief that Ginyang and Tiati in Baringo, which are where most residents are Pokots, should be combined with West Pokot to form one Pokot County. I do believe that, and maybe the new county headquarters should be placed somewhere at a place called Sigor. I've never seen, I've stayed in West Pokot for a long time. I've never seen any reason which can make Pokot even better if it has been given another name. Then the question is, what other name would it be given? We have bounding West Pokot, there is Elgeyo Marakwet, which I've said that Elgeyo Marakwet has this problem. Elgeyo Marakwet has a problem that the naming, first of all, there is the name Elgeyo, then Marakwet. And during my time there, I used to work there, all development, all tarmac roads went to the east part of the county. All development, including electricity, ended at the girls' school, the famous girls' school. From there, you now enter Marakwet area. It was backward, and that is why Marakwets would say that Keio were leading and Marakwet were following. And when multi-party came, the Marakwet through Mrs. Limo, Chebi Limo, her daughter, I think her daughter is very much into human rights activity. She's the one who took a lot of the Marakwet from KANU to Democratic Party. I don't know. I mean, that is maybe the only county that, if a neutral name can be found, maybe E10 can be a unifying if it is called E10 County. And what is the meaning of E10? There are two, like any other name, usually we have two names or more, and residents cannot agree on which one. It is said that when the mapping was done, hills used to be named after 1, 2, 3, hill number 1, hill number 2. So where the town is nowadays, it used to be Hill 10, Hill 10. But then among the Kalenjins, if he or she disagrees with you completely, just like the Wakamba, if you find a Mukamba disagreeing with this, aye, ndiye tegela na lea pio. Don't try to convince him or her beyond that. Na lea pio. So the Kalenjins have hite. When he says hite, you don't argue more than that. It's just like Wakamba when they say dietekela pio. Okay, pio is a Kikuyu word, but they say dietekela, about dietekela. Then you don't argue that person. So the E10 has two versions, Hill 10 and completely disagreeing. A lot of people do not know that Bungoma is a tribal name. Bungoma is a tribal name. When from time immemorial, it used to be the home, the central home of the Sabaot, Sebeis, and so on. So Sabaot, Bukus, Luhyas, or even Bukus is called Sabaot, they call them, if it is one, Omungoma. If there are many, Abangoma. And then, just like Uganda, Muganda, but then their home area is called Buganda. So where Sabaots or Sebeis were from, it was called Bungoma. Bungoma. Bu in Bantu means an area of such people. So Bungoma is a name for Kalenjins, or what do you call Sabaot or Sebei. We go south, there is Kisii. Kisii is a tribal name. But then Kisii is the only town, because the county was named after the town. Kisii is the only town I know that has three names. The original name, when Wazungus came, there used to be a prominent person who was called Getembe. Getembe. That is, he's the one who gave them a place to construct. And they asked people around, what tribe is here? They were told they were Kisii, so the Wazungus called the place Kisii. But they settled on Getembe's shamba. And then, it's a bit hilly, so the other places they would see electricity there. At night there is light, and they used to call it Vosongo. I told you Bungoma, Bantu, they call place Bu, or they even call B-O. So one of the names for Kisii town is Vosongo. If Kisii is Waluya, they would say Busungu or Busungu, but they call it Vosongo. So it's the only town I know that has three names. There is Kisii town, there is Getembe, and then there is Vosongo. Maybe if you have to rename the county and the town, then you'll call it Getembe. We have a county called Taita Taveta. Now, if you talk to a Taita, he'll tell you that Tavetas are just Taitas like them, but they want to call themselves different. But the Tavetas don't want to be called Taitas. They say that they are a distinct tribe. But you see, Taveta, they sound all the same. This problem we have it with Kisiis and couriers. You find that a Kisi will tell you that couriers are Kisis, but couriers would not want to be called Kisi. Then we have the double counties. We have Meru, which is a county named after a whole tribe. And then some of the two sub-tribes within Meru were on one side, and then they decided to form a county or a district with the name of Tharaka Nithi. You know, Tharaka are Merus, Nithi are Merus. But then the original headquarters of the county was retained the name Meru, and then the breakaway developed a name of Tharaka Nithi. I don't know how Tharaka Nithi, if it has to be named another name, it can give any change. So with Embu, we have a county called Embu. We also have a problem. Kirinyaga is not a name of a tribe. Actually, Mount Kenya is called Kirinyaga. But if you talk to a Kikuyu aside, they usually refer to Kirinyaga people as Embus if they are not near. So there is a county called Embu, and then there is Samburu. Samburu are Maasai-like people, and their county is also called Samburu, like them. Then in Kapsabet, we have Nandi. The county is called Nandi, and I do not see any. Maybe if it is renamed, it can be renamed Kapsabet County, but I do not see how that one will remove tribalism. I can't remember any other. The last one I just remember is Uasin Gishu, which is also, well, the capital is called Eldoret. Eldoret is a Maasai name. Running within the city, there is a river that is mostly known as Sosian River. That is Sosian is what the Nandis call, or the Kalenjins call, that river. But the Maasai used to call it Ildrit. So the Wazungu named the town Eldoret. That time, 80% of the residents were Maasais, and 20% were 15% were Kalenjin, and 5% was others. And among those Kalenjins, there is a tribe that is no longer there even today. It used to be called Sirikwambanyi. You'll find names like Sirikwa within Eldoret, but you cannot find anybody who will tell you, I am a Sirikwa. But there used to be a tribe called Sirikwambanyi. Now, how does the name Uasin Gishu come? The tribe Uasin Gishu in Kimasai is a clan that was very much associated with cattle. Cattle in Maasai is called Engishu. Just like my clan in the Tachoni is called Abasamo. You find the Abasamo, at times they call themselves Samo Ingombe. So we are related to, we are associated to cows. And that is also there is a sub-tribe among the Maasai which was so much close to cattle. And the sub-clan is called Uasin Gishu. Now Uasin Gishu, when the settlers came to settle in that county, they were evicted and taken to Narok. When they were taken to Narok, you'll find that there is a lot of problems in Narok because they went and were settled in the middle of, on one side there was Moitanik, and the other side was the Syria sub-tribe. So they came and sat, and you see that as they expand to the left towards the Syria, and to the right towards the Moitanik, so they bring a lot of problems. But their original home was in Uasin Gishu County. That careless remark by the commission has reminded me to remember the counties that have tribal names. Thank you.